What did Caligula really look like? Facial reconstructions and history revealed. The name Caligula evokes a mix of fascination and revulsion, conjuring images of a deranged Roman emperor whose reign was marked by excess, cruelty, and scandal. Yet, behind the notorious stories lies a man whose physical appearance has long been shrouded in mystery. Thanks to advancements in forensic science and historical research, we now have the tools to reconstruct his face and gain deeper insights into who he truly was. This article delves into the life, legacy, and physical portrayal of one of history's most infamous rulers, Caligula. The man behind the myth. Who was Caligula? Gaius Julius Caesar. Augustus Germanicus, better known as Caligula, was born on August 31st, 12 AD in Antium, modern-day Anzio, Italy. He earned his nickname Caligula, meaning little boot, during his childhood when he accompanied his father, the beloved General Germanicus, on military campaigns. The soldiers affectionately referred to him as such because of the miniature military boots he wore. Caligula ascended to the throne at the age of 24 after the death of Emperor Tiberius in 37 AD. Initially hailed as a savior, his early reign promised reform and stability. However, within months, his behavior reportedly changed dramatically. Ancient historians like Suetonius, Tacitus, and Cassius Dio chronicled his descent into tyranny, describing acts of madness, extravagance, and brutality that shocked even the jaded Romans. Among these accounts were tales of incest with his sisters, declaring himself a god, and planning to make his favorite horse, Incitatus, consul, the highest political office in Rome. Modern scholars debate the accuracy of these narratives, questioning whether they were exaggerated or politically motivated. Regardless, Caligula's 4-year reign ended abruptly with his assassination in 41 AD, orchestrated by members of the Praetorian Guard. His death marked the beginning of a tumultuous period for the Roman Empire, but it also ensured his place in history as a symbol of unchecked power gone awry. Unveiling the face of an emperor, forensic reconstruction. For centuries, our understanding of Caligula's appearance relied solely on ancient busts, coins, and written descriptions. These sources often presented conflicting portrayals, influenced by artistic conventions, propaganda, or personal biases. Modern technology, however, offers a more objective lens through which to view the emperor. Facial reconstruction techniques involve analyzing skeletal remains to recreate the soft tissues of the face based on anatomical data. While no verified skull of Caligula exists today, researchers have used detailed measurements from surviving marble portraits believed to depict him. By combining traditional sculpting methods with digital modeling software, experts can produce lifelike representations of historical figures. One notable attempt at reconstructing Caligula's face was conducted by forensic artist Maya D. Holosy in collaboration with historian Dr. Emma Soughton. Using high-resolution scans of authenticated busts, de Holosy meticulously recreated the emperor's features. The result is a striking image that challenges many preconceived notions about his appearance. Far from the grotesque caricature often imagined, Caligula appears youthful, with sharp cheekbones, a prominent nose, and piercing eyes. His expression conveys intelligence and intensity, qualities that might explain both his charisma and volatility. Comparing artistic depictions and historical accounts. To fully appreciate the significance of these reconstructions, it is essential to examine how Caligula was depicted in art and literature throughout history. Roman portraiture served multiple purposes, ranging from propaganda to commemoration. During Caligula's lifetime, official statues and coins portrayed him as a handsome, authoritative figure, a reflection of his divine status and imperial authority. These idealized images emphasized symmetry, proportion, and classical beauty, aligning with the aesthetic standards of the time. However, following his assassination, negative portrayals proliferated. Posthumous sculptures often exaggerated unflattering traits, such as a receding hairline or hooked nose, to vilify his memory. Similarly, literary accounts painted him as physically repulsive, linking his alleged moral corruption to outward deformities. Such distortions underscore the role of visual culture in shaping public perception and reinforcing political agendas. By contrast, modern reconstructions strip away layers of bias, offering a neutral depiction free from ideological influence. They remind us that physical appearance does not define character, rather it provides context for interpreting historical narratives. A closer look at Caligula's reconstructed face reveals a man who could inspire loyalty and fear in equal measure, an apt reflection of his complex legacy. The science behind facial reconstruction. Facial reconstruction is a multidisciplinary field that blends archaeology, anthropology, and anatomy. At its core lies the principle that human skulls share common structural patterns, allowing scientists to estimate the thickness and placement of facial muscles, fat, and skin. This process begins with obtaining precise measurements of the skull using methods such as CT scanning or photogrammetry. Once the skeletal framework is established, researchers apply tissue depth markers at key points across the skull. Next, clay or digital tools are used to build up the face layer by layer, adhering closely to anatomical guidelines. Hair, eye color, and other details are inferred from genetic evidence or contemporary depictions where available. While highly accurate, facial reconstructions are not without limitations. Variations in individual anatomy mean that no recreation can achieve absolute fidelity. Additionally, missing or damaged portions of the skull may require educated guesswork. Despite these challenges, the technique has proven invaluable for bringing historical figures back to life, bridging the gap between past and present. Debunking myths and misconceptions about Caligula. Much of what we think we know about Caligula stems from sensationalized accounts penned decades or even centuries after his death. To separate fact from fiction, let us scrutinize some of the most pervasive myths surrounding him. Madness and insanity. Popular culture frequently portrays Caligula as a raving lunatic incapable of rational thought. While erratic behavior cannot be ruled out entirely, there is little concrete evidence to support claims of mental illness. Instead, his actions likely stemmed from a combination of arrogance, insecurity, and the immense pressures of leadership. Debauchery and perversity. Stories of Caligula's sexual exploits abound, yet their veracity remains questionable. Many allegations appear rooted in political slander or moral outrage rather than factual observation. For instance, accusations of incest with his sisters may have been fabricated to discredit his dynasty. Divine pretensions. Caligula's insistence on being worshipped as a god has fueled comparisons to megalomaniacs throughout history. In reality, this practice was not unprecedented among Roman emperors. What set Caligula apart was his overt disregard for senatorial traditions, which alienated the aristocracy and contributed to his downfall. Economic mismanagement. Critics accuse Caligula of bankrupting the empire through lavish spending and frivolous projects. While he did indulge in extravagant displays of wealth, recent studies suggest that Rome's finances remained relatively stable under his rule. His true crime, perhaps, was prioritizing spectacle over substance. Reevaluating these myths underscores the importance of approaching historical figures with nuance and skepticism. Lessons from Caligula's legacy. Caligula's reign serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power and the fragility of public trust. His rapid transformation from a beloved prince to a despised tyrant illustrates how quickly fortunes can turn in the volatile world of politics. It also highlights the enduring tension between ruler and ruled, a dynamic relevant to every era. Moreover, Caligula's case demonstrates the power of imagery in shaping historical memory. From marble busts to modern reconstructions, each representation tells a story shaped by its creator's perspective. By examining these portrayals critically, we gain insight into the values, fears, and aspirations of different societies. Ultimately, uncovering what Caligula really looked like invites us to reconsider not only his identity, but also our own relationship with history. Do we seek truth, or do we prefer myth? Are we willing to confront uncomfortable realities, or do we cling to comforting illusions? As new discoveries emerge, so too will our understanding of this enigmatic emperor and ourselves. Conclusion: seeing Caligula through fresh eyes. The question of what Caligula really looked like transcends mere curiosity. It touches upon broader themes of perception, power, and posterity. Through forensic reconstructions, we glimpse a face stripped of myth and malice, a face that challenges us to rethink everything we thought we knew. Whether viewed as a tragic figure, a villain, or something in between, Caligula continues to captivate and confound, reminding us that history is never black and white. As technology advances and scholarship deepens, future generations will undoubtedly uncover fresh insights into this controversial ruler. Until then, we must content ourselves with asking questions, seeking answers, and marveling at the enduring allure of one of antiquity's most polarizing figures. Caligula may be long gone, but thanks to the efforts of historians and scientists, his visage and his legacy live on,